Are you doing it?
Yes.
Volume good or no?
No.
How many years ago was that? 4. And my neck still hurts. That's okay because we're getting ready to get back roads. Yeah. 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 Well, this is a little clip so that I can save it with my memories and show my grandkids someday. So, I guess mainly what I would ask you is about your childhood and just say that I don't forget. Well, how many brothers and sisters you had and where you lived and grew up and all that good stuff. And then about grandpa.
Is it okay?
I was born in Montgomery County, around Centerville, Ohio. And we lived out in the country on Yankee Street. The one Yankee Road was Yankee Street. So it was out in the country. And there was 5 girls of us and 3 boys. And I was the second oldest. I had an older sister. And what were their names?
Thank you.
Erma, Eileen, Florence, we call her back. Florence Rebecca's her name. And Vivian, and Marvin, Robert, and Donald. 3 boys and 5 girls. And we all were born there on the farm and grew up there. We had 50 acres, and the girls, the baby was older than me. We'd go out and work in the fields until the boys got old enough to take them to that. We had a happy childhood. Oh, we got up at 7 o'clock all through the summer. That's happy. And done our work before it got so hot. So when it got hot, then we could take the afternoon off, and my mother would put a blanket out in the grass, and we each had something to embroider, and like cross stitch it. It was like a throw. You put it on a dresser. What do you call it? Well, we embroidered things to put on the dresser, or sometimes for pillowcases. And we did that in the afternoon, sitting in the shade on that blanket under the walnut tree. We had 2 big walnut trees out in our front yard. And then we would go back in our farm. We had a creek back there. And when it would rain a lot, the water would get about 2 feet high. We'd go back there and put an old dress on and get in that water and roll around after a rain. But after the rain was over, then we'd go down, but wasn't enough to swim. But we get about 2 or 3 feet high when it rains up in certain places. We knew where the places were. And we had a lot of blackberries on our farm, along the fence rows and back in the woods. And we'd go blackberrying in the summer and get enough that my mother would can about 30 quarts, make a lot of jelly and jam. And then we had mushrooms back in our woods too. People would come go mushroom hunting there. And everybody liked the sponge mushrooms.
Mushroom?
And then in the summer, when the corn would get up high enough that we had to hoe the corn in the summer, and we'd get about, I forget, like it was 3 cents a row, but the roads were about half a mile long. Gee, well, not that long, I guess. Maybe a quarter of a mile. But we'd have to get 3 or 4 cents a row. We'd go up and back, and that'd be 8 cents. For your parents? We were back in the fields behind the house. Your parents paid you? Yeah. And when we had a birthday, we didn't get a present except that my mother would blow up a paper bag and put a 50-cent piece in it. And that was everybody got the same for their birthday cake. And she'd make us a birthday cake and then have a bag with a 50-cent piece in it at each in our plate when it was our birthday. Wow. And then we would go in 4-H clubs in the summer. And we'd take we always raised field corn. So we'd get the biggest, fattest ears and put 3 on the bottom, then 2, then 1. And we'd take them for the fair. They'd judge them, and we'd always get a prize. Some of them. The first prize was blue, and then I think red and yellow. I'm not sure. Blue was first.
Did you have any animals?
Oh, yeah, we had horses. But that was before they had tractors. We always had 2 horses to pull the plow with and pull the wagons. And
Was this when Judy and Ken were
I think we had 3
at the
horses.
house or something?
I don't know. I think this was when she's talking about her childhood.
Oh.
Loaded up with corn or whatever, hay or whatever it was.
Did you have cats and dogs?
Yeah, we always had a dog, and there was a couple of cats hung around there. None of them got in the house. They were outside animals, but we would feed them. That one dog that had the longest was named Pat. And I think it was a girl. But I remember we all liked that dog. I got a job in Dayton at a restaurant in the summer before I graduated. And when I'd go home to visit, I had a room in Dayton. I stayed in there. And then I'd have to get up and go on the streetcar downtown and get on the Greyhound bus and take it out to that road that was closest to our farm. I'd have to walk about 3 miles to get home. Lots of times I'd get there at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I got up early, and the bus went early too. And that's would be coming down the road to meet me.
Were you the second oldest?
Yeah.
So did you beat up your brothers and sisters?
But my oldest sister, she didn't stay at home. So she got married. Graduated, she got married and started a family. She's got 8 kids too. Baby. But she had a boyfriend all the time.
What was the age difference?
2 years. It was 2 years between all of us. Because my mother, as long as she nursed it, she didn't get pregnant. So I told that to other people. I said, that's not true. I said, it worked for her. That's all I know. 2 years between us all. As soon as she'd take the baby off from nursing her, then she'd get pregnant.
Did she have very pretty easy time getting out of delivery?
Yeah.
Yes, so.
We always got that one woman to come and stay when we had a new baby. Her name was Kate. She was an old maid, they called her, never been married. But she was a good worker, and we liked her, and she got along good with her.
Help take care of you guys?
To do the cooking and clean the house. My mother, them days, they would stay in bed for 10 days after the baby was born. They don't do that anymore, but then they did. And I think that was a good thing, because they got rest, and then they had somebody come in and take care of the rest of the family. All she had to do was nurse the baby.
Is that how long Kate stayed with them while she was in bed?
Yeah. Maybe 2 weeks.
So what was your mom and dad's name?
Catherine and Jesse.
So what did your dad do?
He was a farmer. We had that farm.
That was how you made your money.
Yeah.
That was your sole source of income.
Yeah.
And that provided for all you guys.
Yeah, did that.
Were you ever scared that you wouldn't have enough money for everybody?
Well, yes, because he got sick when I was about 16 or 15 years old, and he had to go to the hospital. And then us kids had to do the farming ourselves. He wasn't there, but the neighbors helped too. But we never took charity. We never got on the welfare. They didn't have it then anyhow. But my mother, when they took it, she said, no, we just do it ourselves. The only thing that she ever took belonged to Grange. You've heard of Grange, haven't session. They had to meet once a month or twice a month, I guess. And whenever one of the members would get second big help, they would each range around the state of Iowa would send a check $1. We got $520, and that was a lot of money then.
So, did you guys make money off selling your crops? Maybe?
Yeah.
Do livestock?
Yeah. And then we'd track in the mornings, but Maiden and I would get up and go out back in the woods. We had a lantern we took with us to see the way, and we'd run our track to see
Wow.
if we had something in. Sometimes we'd get a rabbit. One time we had a skunk and it sprayed me. And then I went to school and they made me, I don't know how I got home, but she said I had to go home to teach.
Is that is this the time when you also killed chickens?
Well, I did that when I was married to Grandpa.
Oh.
We had an old log out there on the ground, and I had a hatchet, and I put my foot on the chicken's head.
Gosh. I tell people that they don't believe me.
I put the head and put my head and pull, and it got its head off, and just hold it down so it wouldn't jump around too much, so the blood wouldn't get all over everything.
Okay, so let's go back. How long did Dad stay in the hospital?
What did she ask?
About 4 or 5 years. When I came home, he wasn't too good. That just took all the spunk out of it.
What is the name for mental health?
Yeah.
Was there a certain name of his disease, or was he just had problems?
Well,
not disease, but was there a certain thing that diagnosed with, or was he just kind of not going?
it was just, I don't know. They didn't call that certain thing, but he was just kind of off. Oh.
So interesting. I get that.
What do you got that you got?
Oh. So that was when you were 15 went to the hospital?
Yeah.
So ever since from that day forward, he was never the same?
No, he never done much work after that. We were just on our own. So I got a job at the NCR National Cash Register, and then I bought all the food for the family.
Wow.
And when Babe was gone, she jumped ship. And I, get the stuff.
Vaden was gone.
Yeah.
It didn't take much for her to feed that whole family. We did buy 25 pounds of flour, 25 pounds of sugar, and she could make wonders out of that.
Wow. Then you went to work, you forgot how to drive.
Yeah, until then Eileen, she got a job and Bob and we all started getting jobs then. And Viv was the only one of them that went to college, but she paid for her own. She worked her way through. She was a teacher. She taught school for 20 years or maybe more. I'm not sure how long.
So you worked at NCR and you met.
That's where I met
Grandpa.
Yeah, Bill. He was 33 and he had never been married. And I was working in another building. They had a whole lot of buildings up there then. It's close to Eugene,
Mm-hmm.
You know where NCR was?
I saw it once.
Yeah. It's right close to where Brian lives now. And so he was in another building than mine, but he came over to visit some guy, and I was, instead of working, I heard he got to work, then I went over and talked to this guy. I was working around, and here came Bill. I'm picking and a grinning. And
You're flirting with Bill or another guy?
the other guy.
Oh.
And Bill came and
Wait,
was the other
can
guy.
you pause?
Hold on.
And then the next day, Norm said, Bill wants to date with you.
Okay.
Wait, so they were at NCR. They were in different stations, and then Grandpa would come by, and Erma would be like, "Oh, what did she say?"
So she was at one of the branches flirting with one guy, and Bill came over to talk to that guy. So she was flirting with a different guy other than the guy she married. So, wow.
And Bill would come and talk to the other guy.
He had business to talk to.
Well, Bill came to talk shop, and Grandma was
Oh, that's
flirting with
funny.
one of the guys, and Bill came over to talk to him, and I guess Grandma said, "I'll flirt with them both."
That's funny.
Is the volume okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a
Ready to
little
go back?
bit muffly, so I didn't like really catch it clearly.
Well, you got to remember this tape is from like 1998,
Yeah.
so
I think it's as good as we
you
got.
weren't even born yet.
Yeah.
So,
Literally.
all right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, back on.
So that's how we got it planned.
When did you go on your first date? You remember?
I have no idea.
No idea?
But I know that there was a gang of kids that run around with that one. Maybe it wasn't the first day, but 2 or 3 weeks later, we had a picnic, a wedding room back in our woods.
Yeah.
We were up to no good, you know. But,
What did you do?
well, we had a fire and we roasted some marshmallows.
Yeah. What did you do? That was no good.
I mean, it was just an excuse to get back there and get away.
So do you remember any dates? What did you guys do?
Well, we'd go visit Aunt Katie back and stuff. They were married, but they didn't have any kids. We would always go there and play with them, and she'd cook for us. But if I had that to do over, I wouldn't do that. That wasn't nice to always go there, but we did. That's what he wanted to do. He doesn't like to go to beer gardens like the other guys did.
Oh, really?
No, he wouldn't go to beer gardens. No, he didn't like to go out like that. That we met him in July, I think it was. His dad died in May or June.
What year?
43. And then I met him in July, and then in December we got married.
Wow.
We didn't fool around. He wanted to get married.
5 months later, they got married.
After they met?
Yeah,
After they met at NCR?
I guess.
Whoa.
His dad was kind of off too.
He was.
Well, Grandma said that he liked to play with little girls. I don't know what she meant to that. You can draw your own conclusion.
Grandpa said.
Yeah. So,
Both of you had dads that were kind of mental.
yeah. But then when we got married, we moved in with Grandma down at South Lebanon. You know where the cemetery is? You've been down there, haven't you? Well, anyhow, it's south of Lebanon.
So it's here that.
No, that's in Centerville.
Oh.
Well, anyhow, then we moved in with Grandma Drake. But there was a double house there, but they had that rented to somebody else. Some old woman lived in there. And we should have just taken our own side, but he wanted to get the rent from that old woman. So we had to all live together, but she wasn't happy with me there.
His mother?
Well, I wasn't happy with her either.
I wouldn't be able to live with anybody.
Especially in New Bryan, I wanted to do my own thing. You know, she was the boss. So then we lived there 2 years. So after your mom was born, and then he come home and he said, "We're going to move." I said, "Where are we going to move to?" I said, "Well, let's go to Centerville now." He said, "Okay." So we moved to Centerville, and she came with.
From South Lebanon?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lived with us about 13 years before she died. But she was a nice lady, really, she was. But 2 women can't get along in the same house.
Doesn't matter how nice you
No,
are.
she used to tell them same old stories over and over and over. And now Jude can't stand for me to tell the same story twice. Well, I forget to tell them, and she did too.
Oh.
Let's turn that TV on. That's about all.
All right. Well, let me ask you. Hold on a second. Let's wrap it up here then. So you finally. So when did you not live with her anymore? After she died, is that when you got moved with her?
Yeah, she moved up there to Centerville with us. We lived out in the country. We had 2.5 acres and a big garden, and she would help when it was time to put the lima beans or the green beans in the freezer or the corn. She'd have it bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to go.
Yeah.
She was a big help, but then she finally got sick, and she weighed over 200 pounds. And Bill would swing her out of her bed onto the top there in the morning before he'd go to work, and she wouldn't go again till after he came home from work at 4:30. And then he'd swing her off again. But finally got so she couldn't wait. She went to bed and got the smell, and the doctor said she'll have to go to a nursing home. She didn't want to.
So she went to the nursing home?
Yeah.
So then you guys stayed in the same house?
Yeah, we did we lived there 21 years. She was there 13 years with us.
The same house that I saw that I've been to?
No.
Oh, that's
That was in Centerville. We lived at the farm for 21 years, and then we moved to Centerville, and we lived there 21 years.
to the south of it, and then moved to Centerville out on the farm, and then to your house that I've been to?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've been here. It'll soon be 11 years I've been here.
That's the trailer part. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just,
Yeah.
maybe we'll continue this
Okay.
later, and see if I can figure out the capacity, but maybe not at this minute. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Let me make sure I can get you real good. There's Grandma going for the remote. Her favorite thing to do.
I'm having a show tonight.
All right, we're done. Bye. I got you. All right, we're back for a few more questions. Now, tell me about your wedding ceremony.
Well, Bill came and picked me up in the morning on a Saturday morning about 10 o'clock. And then we went to Centerville to the Methodist church where we always went, and went to the parsonage, and we had the preacher marry us there in the parsonage. Nobody else went with us.
And how were you dressed?
I had a blue, it wasn't silk, but it was a nice blue 2-piece dress, short skirt. And he just had a suit on. And he said, we need a witness, so he got his wife to be our witness. And so we got married there in the morning, and then we went to Cincinnati to the Netherlands Hotel and stayed there overnight. That was our honeymoon. Next day we went back home.
How long before you had my mom? 2 years
That
ago?
was the 29th of December in 1943, and she was born January the 28th, 1946.
Oh. And then Ken was born?
He was born in April the 15th, no, April the 26th, 1947. So just 15 months apart they were.
And so you stayed in with the kids until there, and then you went to work when they were in high school, or?
No, as soon as they both got in school, I went to work at the school driving a school bus.
Did you ever work in school at not serving the food and stuff?
After I quit driving the bus.
All right. So tell us the famous story about driving the school bus. One more time.
Well,
that was a funny story.
I was the first woman that they ever had there to drive a school bus. And And the man that was the boss over the bus drivers, he didn't want a woman. He wasn't going to have a woman, he said. But the superintendent was the boss, and he said, you are going to have a woman. So he never took me out to show me how to drive the bus that summer. And I thought, if he don't call me, I'm not going to call him. So that day, I said, well, which bus do I drive? He said, that one there was the biggest one I had. And I didn't even know how to shift the gears in it. And so then I had to make a turn. I had 2 cement posts pretty close when you went out of school and in. But I had to make a left turn, and I didn't get the position quite right. And I had to back it up to make another try to get out. And I didn't even have any idea where the reverse gear was.
You didn't even know how to do a stick shift, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did.
I've been driving stick shift.
Oh.
The school bus,
Wait, pause.
Yeah, hold on.
That bus running with all the kids in there, was screaming.
Okay.
Okay. I need to send you an updated Zoom link.
Oh, it never expired. Okay.
Be back.
Oh.
Hello. This is me at 23. JK. I'm 26 now. But I am watching Grandma's little tape of her life, and it's cool. We're doing it on Zoom on a laptop, and I got my acupuncture lamp right here. Ding ding. Okay.
Let me turn the camera around. We should be set up now.
Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
You don't need
All right. Do you need me to back it up, Annie?
No, just resume.
Just resume. Good thing I'd have to ask the superintendent where reverse is. All
She didn't
right,
even know
here we
where
go.
to reverse. Okay.
And I went back into school, and there was a teacher that I had when I went to school there. And he was in the office. And I said, Mr. Burns, I don't know how to get this bus in the reverse. And I got to go pick up my kids or let them off, maybe it was.
Yeah.
So he come out and showed me. You pushed in on the clutch, and then you went way to the right and back over. So down to the right for reversing that bus. But then we finally got it going, so
you were a good bus driver after that.
then after that boss of the bus, he would give me all the trips, everything would come along. He wanted me to be the driver.
Oh.
The men were farmers, and they would want to work in the fields in good weather. And it didn't matter to me whether it was good weather or bad. I wanted to drive the bus.
Cool.
You know, it's getting me to do it.
The women's revolution started by Grandma.
At Centerville, they had women bus drivers other places. But Bill Miller was his name. He said they never happened in Centerville. That's what he was called, but they did. And then we had a lot of them. Now they're mostly women. Every place.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to do back road now, like you and Grandpa used to do. Okie doke. Signing off. There's game again.
Reaching for that remote.
She wanted that remote.
Mm-hmm.
She said enough of this.
Now, I'm not sure what's going on either, so bear with me.
You got any cider this season yet?
Wow, that Zoom quality is pretty good.
Drinking a lot of cider. I love it, don't you? Me too. That makes fall. Fall is what cider's all about. Yeah, I think so. And falling in love. Yeah. When did you meet them? What month? In November or October, I mean. That's when your dad and mom met in October too. That's our season of love.
Is that when you're saying that she made cider?
I just wanted to put on the camera.
What's that?
That October's when they make cider?
I guess.
Not Duck. What was his real name? Altman. Altman was his real name? And Catherine was her name. They called her Aunt Katie. Was Grandpa's two brothers. There's there. They think they know it all. She's talking trash to the Reds.
Grandma always talked trash about the Reds.
They're not going to start till 8. That was right.
Grandma or Grandpa?
Grandma.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's up to her. I like to watch this, but they wouldn't bring it out. Maybe it's not the Reds.
See, Grandma was sitting in front of the couch earlier because she'd always sit in front of the couch so Andrea can comb her hair.
Aw.
It just made her so relaxed.
Aw. Little scalp massage.
I pitched this whole year for my team. Did you win many games? Not really. We had to play really hard teams the whole year. Did you win more this year than last year? Yeah, we won a few and tied a few, so we did better. I'd say we did better. More commercials. I know how you can make $50. If you open a checking account at Fifth Third. I got one of those at Fifth Third already. Oh, well, then they would give you $50. Got new tires for my car. Couple months ago.
See, Grandma lived in the trailer park right across from
Judy.
Jim and Judy on Simonson.
Yeah, I remember that actually. That trailer park.
Yeah.
Did she move there after Judy and Jim and Judy were moved there?
Did she move there the same time Jim and Judy got the house? Or did they already live there? Or did...
This is almost over.
Oh.
What did you say? I had fun saying that kind of thing. I did. I thought I did. She's trash talking people. Gotta have a little fun in life. Gotta have a little fun in life. She's that guy overboard. And shark infested water. Shark infested water. That's talking about the Reds. Come on, I'll do it, let's go. We're watching the Reds now. Oh, back in the Sharks now. I got something wrong with my arm. I think I'll have to do it. Here we go. You're egging me on.
She knew.
You can't get over there and fall back in the water. That guy won't get it. I can tell him that. You might surprise him.
Trash topping the Reds.
Oh, he picked this weird. Yeah. From Cuba, I think. Yeah.
Probably almost over.
I got that badge watch these games. You never even thought about it before. Got you all pins up. Did you see that? Now, the last pitch here should be a bad pitch. It'll go after you miss. Oh, well, you go. Did you get that 5 points about it that you could talk to? Rocking up. Nope.
Good. Well, good.
Nice.